What's up guys, welcome to our new Kengan Omega chapter review. Today we have chapter 92. As a whole, this is one of the most hyped chapters in all of Kengan in my opinion, with Kuroki Gensai appearing again, Kanagito being a almighty Chad, and Lutien actually using the removal somehow. Before I get into today's review, I'm doing a Kengan quiz in a few days in the Discord server for a video. All the info is in the server, and if you want to participate, the link is in the description. Now, onto the review. Help me reach my 2021 goal of 100k subscribers by subscribing if you're new to the channel or you just haven't already. It's free and easy to do. Also consider checking out the description for the Discord server and my Twitter. Now enjoy the video. The title of the chapter is Agito's Merit. Starts out with them talking about Kano's two personalities or two faces they describe it as. His formal style and martial arts style, going over how different they are and how they kind of work relating to Kanagito, with the formless being an unpredictable, unconventional based movements with the flexibility to adapt to any strategy, while his martial arts form is aggressive with the use of pre-initiative techniques fused together from counters and martial arts schools, which is labeled as Kanagito's martial arts form. And this is actually Kuroki Gensai talking. We haven't seen Kuroki Gensai since he one-tapped Falcon after the Rieto fight, and we assumed he hit legs, but he's here still watching the fight, which is absolute hype. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get his reactions to the previous fight, especially the Garuki fight against Naden, but whatever, what can we do? He mentions that these two sides of Kanagito is his greatest weakness, and that mastering either martial arts or formless is no easy feat on its own, with him saying Kanagito actually hasn't mastered either of them, while Lutien has mastered the technique known as formless, and that's why Lutien currently has the advantage over Kanagito, or that's how Kuroki sees it at least. We cut back to the fight with Lutien beating down Kanagito. We see Yamashita, who's shocked that Kanagito is using the indestructible. I'm pretty sure Kanagito used the indestructible in the Kengan Ashura Naruto tournament, and Yamashita actually saw this, but maybe this is just confirm it for him, with him saying the following: does this mean Kano can use the Nico style after all? So maybe it's just him questioning that. We got Koga, hearing what Yamashita said, the Nico style, wait, isn't that Oma's, technique? And we got it in a monologue from Oma saying he's probably the one who taught Kano the Nico style, talking about the Tiger Nico, him thinking about him, the person who had given Oma his advance when he was a kid back in the past. We got Lutien going into an absolute rampage. It's no use Kano. The Nico style is powerless before me. The Nico style, secret technique, possessing spirit, and fallen demon, with Kiro Satuna making his return here in fallen demon image form. Very cool. Both of these secret techniques developed by my master Tokita Nico. I'm not sure about that one, were failures, but that could very well be possible, because we know the Tiger Nico did give Oma his advance, and I'm guessing he was the person who had given Kiro Satuna the fallen demon, because Kiro did get trained by him as well. But the idea that he developed them may not be true. It may be just what he told Lutien, but it could very well be possible. He talks about how those two were failures, and that Nico abandoned the Nico style, as we learned in the earlier chapters, and he discovered new frontiers in the formless style. The Nico style is a relic of the past. As the successor to the formless style, I am Tokita Nico's rightful heir, so he thinks he's above anyone else who was trained by the Nikos and is the true heir of the Nikos. Does that make him the Tiger Vessel? I'm not 100% sure about that. We got Kanagito saying you talk too much and using his formless again, as shown by this weird water effect. I'm guessing this water effect from now on in the story will be a representation of a character going into the formless style. We got Lutien realizing they switched from martial arts to formless, going over how that won't help you, with Kanagito being able to land a blow on Lutien, actually push him back, and then charge at him with an uppercut right after that, actually doing some damage to Lutien, and then straight after that going for a knee to Lutien's balls. We see Lutien's face, he's in a lot of pain, so he wasn't able to go limp in time to avoid taking damage from any of these attacks. And then after the knee to the balls, he goes for another attack to the face of Lutien, with Kuroki Gensai saying the following: you have arrived, Kano. We got Lutien confirming that he didn't go limp fast enough to avoid taking damage. He gets up on a count of 3, so it wasn't too much damage on Lutien. He's still good to go. He talks about how he's Tokita Nico's heir. I cannot be outdone by the likes of you. We have some top tier lines from Kanagito. I pity you. You are no more than his puppet. We cut to Matsudo and his bodyguards. that is the result of Kanagito's 2 years of training, so that directly confirms after he left Metsuda at the end of Kengan Ashura, he has been training over these past 2 years, with Metsuda telling King Rama all about Kanagito, talking about how him, being in that battle for survival, the Gyu ritual, he turned into a beast. And from the looks of things, I'd assume that Lutien is a Gyu survivor as well. So just from looking at him, seeing how he fights, you can realize he's a Gyu ritual survivor. Metsuda talks about how he did everything to help Kano recover his humanity, and that the beast face, or his crazy smile face as shown here, appears whenever he uses the former style, and that it's a product of a defense mechanism that is psychological. So prior to the current Kanagito, he wasn't able to fully control when going into formless, and that to survive or when he was in danger, he would naturally go into formless as a superior fighter style, or just his beast form, a more inhumane form to do whatever it means to survive. Agito was able to form a human personality by dissociating the beast as a separate personality. This makes sense why he says we when referring to himself, and that prior to now, the trigger of his beast form was Kanagito switching to the formless style. So I was a little bit wrong about what I just said, but it's pretty much the same thing. Once in formless style prior, Kanagito would turn to his beast personality. Now we cut back to Kuroki Gensai talking about Kano. By integrating his personalities, he's gotten rid of the time lag during the switch of martial arts and formless. That's one of the main reasons Kuroki Gensai was able to deal with Kanagito during the Kengan Ashura Annihilation tournament. It's barely even a fraction of a second, but it makes all the difference in the world. And then here we have one of the most insane lines from Kuroki Gensai. If I were to face you now, there'll be no guarantee that I would win. As we know, during the Kengan Ashura Annihilation tournament, Kuroki Gensai considered Kanagito an equal during the match. Remember that he didn't refer to Oma as an equal, which directly means Kanagito is above Oma during the Ashura time frame. But with this here, Kuroki Gensai isn't sure whether he can beat Kanagito now that he has perfected the formless and martial art combination without needing to worry about the lag or the delay in him switching for an opponent to counterattack him. So Kanagito, already a monster, is now even more of a monster that's pretty much on at least Kengan Ashura level Kuroki tier. And then out of nowhere, something insane happens. A change occurred in the ring. We actually get to see Rito and Carlos in the medical area watching the fight on a TV, I assume, which is pretty cool. Got to see them just chilling. First time we've seen them since their fights concluded. We've got, bandages on Carlos's face, Rito just chilling, watching the fight, all good stuff. And that Lutien has actually transformed and is using the Kuro clan's secret technique removal, which is just absolutely insane to think about. When the Raw came out yesterday, when everyone was thinking about, no way, Lutien has to be the Tiger Vessel, he's using the advance, a lot of people were saying, no, this is the removal, and with the translation coming out, this is actually the Kuro clan's removal. We have the commentators saying the following: but how is Lu able to use the removal when he's not a member of the Kuro clan? And then the final part of the final page is Kanagito saying the following: so you've surrendered to the beast within, but no beast can defeat me. And that is the end of the chapter. So out of nowhere, Lutien is able to use the Kuro clan's secret technique. Remember the word secret technique removal. Prior to this, I only thought people part of the Kuro clan could use the removal, but I'm guessing maybe the Tiger Nico was able to steal information about how to activate the removal. Maybe Lutien is actually half Kure or something along those lines. Absolutely insane. We'll most likely learn about this next chapter. I'm disappointed we didn't get to see Kure, Ryan, or other Kure clan members' reaction to seeing the removal come out here, or just other characters, maybe Alan Wu, Ed Wu, just everything regarding that would have been insane to see. Most likely we'll see that next chapter, but more characters can use the Kure clan secret technique now, which is absolutely insane to think about. But Kanagito still seems very confident, talking about how he's surrendered to the beast within. As we know, as we learned this chapter, Kanagito has conquered his inner beast, and that no beast can defeat him now. So Kanagito is very confident in himself, and I do think Kanagito is still going to win this fight, but damn, I think this is going to be close. And with Lutien pulling out the removal, it also also confirmed that he isn't the Tiger Vessel. As we know, the Tiger Vessel is a master of the Nico style. Liu Qian is the master of the Nico style, but he's abandoned the Nico style for formless. And he's also using the removal, with the Tiger Vessel being a master of the advanced, not the removal. But yeah, Liu Qian, an absolute monster. I already thought he was OP enough with his perfectly mastered formless. Now he has the removal, making him a very strong top tier fighter. But we also have to remember, Kuroki Gensai praised Kanagito to the moon this chapter, with him saying he's not sure whether he can defeat him now, which is just insane to think about. But yep, absolute hype chapter. Everything about it was top tier greatness. I did a live reaction, and I'll continue to do live reactions of the Raws on my second channel, Mysterious Chat. It'll be a live stream like I do every week from now on. But yep, that's it for today's chapter review. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord, follow my Twitter, and yep, that's it guys. Peace.